going on, brothers and sisters of light and love? I want to come on here. See, I don't even know how to start these or do any of these, and sometimes I feel like when I do it, it's just time to do it, you know? This life that we're living right now currently has so many avenues for your mind to go down to decide how you perceive existence. Okay, let's just start right there. We all perceived it like this life differently. Everybody living in their own realities, right? Every single belief, every single choice you make is you, is your soul, is your life, okay? That's how I see it. And every time that you look up information about spirituality or any of the stuff, you know, beyond the physical 3D world, if you're looking at that type of stuff, okay, there's a million different ways to perceive it, a million different people's viewpoints, a million, just infinite numbers, really, because everybody's living a different experience. And so you got to be real careful and have good discernment when you look at all the information, because everything can be a clusterfuck in your mind if you don't, you know, practice and grow and understand and learn through everything, you know. I want to start it with that. So even from what I say is my perception to the camera, to the consciousness, the infinite consciousness, when I post it, that's where it's going. Whenever that happens, it's mine, from my soul alone. Because I've been doing the inner work. I've been working on my spirituality for a while, you know. At least 7-8 years, you know. It's been a while. Life. You know, I've been constantly at war in my own mind with my own self. And it's been beautiful to see all of, you know, the different awakenings and the different things that will happen through time, the synchronicities and everything that happens to us as we do these things, okay? So, starting with that, whatever you choose to believe will be your reality. Whatever you think in your mind for the majority of your life will be what it is for you. And there's nothing wrong with any of it, okay? I just think that if you don't, you know, use the inner dialogue of you, of who your little piece of consciousness, your little piece of God that is you up here, then you're not going to be able to come up with your own, to understand it from who you are, okay, from how you see it. I'm just gonna tell you what, to me, it's 100% foolproof. There's no belief. It's concrete in self, what I feel like I know these days, okay? And I want to kind of just, you know, explain to you what and how I see it. And like I said, when you can get twisted up in any of these people's belief patterns and how they view it and see it, some people actually, they just act like they know it all, they have it all. And like, maybe they do. That's not for me to decide. I just use my discernment and say, okay, I've came a long way too. And I will never tell you straight to you that I have all the answers and that I know the truth. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't. I just know it for me. I can't make you know it too, if that makes sense. It's just for me and who I am, right? But this is how I see it, okay? In every single religion and every single spirituality, they all come back to you. Whoever you are on the other side of this screen, it comes back to you, okay? You are the power. You are the blessing, okay? You are literally the universe within you, okay? It's so obvious when you really, to me, it's obvious. You sit back and you just like the perception and awareness that we all have, man. The perception and awareness that we all have, bro, is the blessing. To experience and know that you're experiencing is the blessing. To have the free will, which Christianity will tell you have, which is true. The free will that you have, the gift that we all have, is we feel like we're separate, okay? We're separate. Like I'm my own entity, you're your own entity, and you know it, you see it, you feel it, you experience it every day. Okay, so let's put that to the side for a second. Actually, no. So, I'm sorry. I get confused on my own mind. Let me just say this. Free will. What God in the Bible says. The Bible says God gave us free will, okay? What the Hermeticists say, it's pure consciousness all around us, right? Pure consciousness, okay? And the part that the Bible and Hermeticists where it comes together is the free will. It's the same thing, okay? In Hermeticism, the whole world, what you're experiencing, even like this air here, this is consciousness, it's pure awareness, pure consciousness, living, breathing, alive too. Not just like me and you were what we consider alive, and what we consider experiencing and stuff is what we consider life. But so is all this around us, okay? And just like in the Bible, God gave us free will. You're just a little piece, okay? Like me, I'm a little piece. You're a little piece of the big G. You're like a little G, okay? Big God, little God. I'm not saying that you're God. I know that'll fuck everybody up. I know it'll fucking make it'll drive you insane on the inside, but deep down, you feel it. Deep down, I know okay? You're experiencing. Understand that there's pure awareness. All this around us is God, is the creation, is all of it. And up here, you are the part that is experiencing it, okay? Through God's eyes, right? And with that, you go through this existence experiencing everything, experiencing each other, experiencing the world, experiencing this pure consciousness that is always evolving too, always like growing with us, okay? So God creates the existence, God gives you free will. That's the blessing. When you come into this land, you come into this existence, it's like the existence wants you to think that you need to go after a lot of different things in order to achieve some type of thing, Your soul, to me, didn't come here to gather a bunch of shit, to gather a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with the soul. It'll be fun to have these things, to have nice cars, to have nice houses. Of course, chase them. Do that. It's great too. But it's in here when you feel like you are the house. You are the car, okay? That's always my message. It'll always be my message to anybody that ever listens to anything that I say. You have to love yourself. You have to love in here your soul that is like everything, man. Inside, you get to experience existence. No matter what happens, no matter how bad life can get, no matter what is thrown at you, the power that is up here to perceive it is everything. And the emotions that you feel is what taps you in to everything. That's the blessing. That's the fucking dope shit about it all. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than it, okay? And you know what can really get to you in this existence is fear. It's like a fear game, a game of fear. And inside your mind, every day you have to shed away these fears and shed away these other thought processes and ways of perceiving reality, because it doesn't matter. They don't matter. You exist regardless. If you could get to a point to where you're just grateful to be able every moment to have that moment, because we don't even really understand what these moments are, what they mean. Our lives have been given to us, our whole existence, okay? From a little baby to this point where you're at right now, wherever you are in your life, you have been told what to believe, told how to think, and told what's real and what's not real. Buddy, what is even real? What is reality? It's just a word. It's just a word, okay? The most real is that it can get. If you want to put real in like an actual thing, in my opinion, the only thing I could tell you that I know that is real is how I perceive my mind. It's real. It's consciousness. It's awareness. The power that is all of us, to even be able to look into this phone, into this camera, and to instantaneously drill off words to you and make your mind instantaneously get feedback to you is already unfathomable. If you really just break it down into the basic forms of what's going on, how I'm able to even talk to a camera and you can see me, break it down and really understand it inside yourself and be like, damn, you know what? That's the power that is within all of us. Is everything. It's everything. Never think of yourself small. Never think of yourself as not all power. Never think of yourself as separate from everybody else and everything else, okay? That's the secret. You start to understand, okay, this. There's so many ways to look at it. They can flip it into a million different ways. Look, you're loved. The creation wants you and me and everybody else to understand. And this is, like I said, always keep your discernment. This is just my view, okay? It wants you to know that you're loved. Like, you are loved and you're never alone. Even if, like, right now, I'm alone. I live in, I moved back to Texas. I'm in Arlington, Texas right now. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling alone. My family, I got family and friends and everything, but it's like for the majority of my time right now, I'm alone. But I know deep within, I'm never alone. It's pure awareness and consciousness. And where I'm sitting at right now, it's like everything about the 3D existence around me and around my world, it's like it doesn't fulfill me anymore. The only thing that's fulfilling me lately is just like every time I feel like my emotions or, my thought patterns are getting to a place where I don't want them to go, I am loving every moment of changing those thought processes with my own God-given power, which we all have, which is thought. Okay? In the beginning was the Word, and you have words going on up here. Okay? Change those words to make your reality better for yourself. Okay? It's everything. Everything. This is so much more than some black and white 1 + 1 = 2. I know there's a lot of people out here that can see it, a lot of people that understand it. But everybody has the capability. Everybody has the power. And we were all at one point stuck over here, okay? Where what we were told is reality. But realistically, reality can be whatever you want it to be inside your mind, okay? That's the power. That's the power. And the way that I perceive it is, I genuinely feel like I've been here. I feel like whatever you want to call it, reincarnation, any of the words, whatever, I feel like we are all infinite beings of consciousness, infinite awareness. And we put ourselves in this existence, right? Put ourselves here to experience this life and learn whatever we got to learn. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there I'm sure I won't, right? I don't know. I'm just going to keep going with the flow of my mind, my soul, the universe, God, everything that is good, okay? You roll with it, you flow with it. It's all good. It's all good, no matter what's happening. Grateful. Even if I was homeless, grateful, okay? Grateful. The home is here, like I've always said in my other videos. I was going through a lot in my first, when I was in Utah and I was going through all my spiritual stuff. I was going through a breakup, bro. One of my best boys just died. I was going through a lot of stuff, okay? And I was coming off too harsh. When I go back and look at some of those videos, I'm sorry. I acted like I knew everything. I don't know shit. And I will come here to tell you I don't know shit. All I know is what I know for me, and you can do the same for you. Well, a lot of the things that I said were still, to me, pretty on point. That's why I'm not going to delete them or change anything. It's part of the journey. It's part of the growth. All I can say is that I'm sorry to anybody, especially if I offended anybody. You probably won't even see this again. You probably said, fuck this guy, and then delete it off. Talking about, taking away all my vices and stuff, and I did for a while. But I went back. The patterns and the cycles continue. I smoke weed again. I smoke cigarettes here and there. I do my rogues. I drink here and there. It is, I demonized it so bad to myself, but I'm starting to realize that I can't demonize anything. Anything. There's nothing to demonize. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of, ever. Okay? When you understand up here innately that you exist, understand that you're going to keep existing, no matter what. You're all love, all compassion. Everything inside of you is there. You can choose to ride the wave of good and love for self, or you can choose to ride the wave of judgment, hate towards other people, other races, other countries, everything like that. And obviously there's a lot of people out there that are like that, right? It takes time. You can't demonize those people. You can't look at other humans as demons. You never do that. You alchemize your mind into like seeing the patterns and seeing where they try to get you to turn your mind into like a negative. There's no negative here. Every time you get a negative thought pattern, every time you watch a video and the person that's talking to you tries to make something negative come up, you change it in here. And over time, through the years and through practice, through here, you control your own stuff, your own thought patterns, your own ways of perceiving. Perception is everything, okay? Go within. Go within. If it doesn't make sense to you, it will one day as you continue to go across the journey. It takes time. It takes dedication and practice of really wanting the best for yourself. It's just gratefulness to be perceiving, okay? You can't demonize anything, especially God, okay? I'm not going against anybody's religion. I'm going to try to word it as best as I can. God loves you. The creation loves you. The universe loves you. Whatever you consider the word to be that got you here, it clearly cares about you. If you can't see that yet, you will one day. If you can't go back and look in time through all the problems that you've had, then you come forward back to this point. Just try to. And hopefully you can see times in your life where you were blessed here, or you were saved from death there. Okay, I should have died a couple of times in my life. I'm still here for a reason, for a purpose. It's all perception. You know, I don't want to tell you, I don't want to like make you see it my way. I want you to come to it in your own way. I want you to come to it in your own explanation. Don't be afraid to look up knowledge. Don't be afraid to look up information. Okay, just use your discernment that you have within you to find the answers, and you will. Okay, I promise you, you will. Never be afraid. God definitely doesn't want you to be afraid, especially of God. The big G, you kidding me? Do you not see how already powerful we all are? Do you really not see it? And that's what gets me the most about all of us, because I can say this to people and it'll go right over their heads unless you understand me. Infinite awareness, okay? The fact that I can close my eyes. Do it with me. Close your eyes, okay? You're still aware of everything around you. That's power. Open your eyes. Go like this. Power to perceive every little detail around you, dude. I get chills in my body just thinking about it, man. I get chills in my body just thinking about how I'm able to perceive any of it. The whole creation. In here, I'm aware of what's going on around me. I can feel it. I can sense it. What more would you ask for? You already have all the powers within. You already have the power that we take for granted in every second. We exist. It's beautiful to exist. And we get so caught up in dying and worrying about death or worrying about not having this or not worried about not having that. Just exist in the moment. Be grateful for the moment. Never demonize it. No matter what your brain can try to tell you this is, you decide if you like what your brain is trying to say or not. And you tweak it into what you say it is. How you perceive the existence, okay? There's power within all of us, man. All kinds of power, all kinds. They want us to play small. You don't got to play small. You don't even got to play their game. Inside yourself is the real game. Inside your mind is the real game. It's never about outside of you. It's never been about outside of you. It never has, never will. I promise you, I promise you. You know, as personal experience, I've been in love. I've been in relationships. I've felt love. Okay? What I thought might have been love. No one's ever going to be able to love me the way that I love myself, and that's perfectly perfect how it's supposed to be. Same way, as much as I think that I love somebody else, I'm never going to be able to love them the way that they should be loving themselves. Okay? That's how I perceive this shit. I see potential in everybody. I see good in almost everything. I can find the silver lining in almost anything that I look at. Through my trials and through my life. That's it. And I know that you can too. It's all dependent upon what you decide to do, especially with the type of information that I'm trying to tell you right now. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to this shit, understand something. It's all dependent upon how you perceive it and what your discernment inside who you are, your soul, your infinite soul, that is infinite awareness of consciousness, tells you to perceive it. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love everything about this existence. I love this world. No matter how shitty, chaotic, wars, all of it gets working, it's okay. I get to exist. I get to experience and feel, have emotions. That's what this is all about. It's about you. It's about you experiencing everything. Why do you think it's so beautiful? And why do you think it's so chaotic at the same time? You have to know we're sitting in like this pendulum of back and forth so your emotions can experience. You control it. All power. Take in your power. Understand that you're already it, that you've always been it. Whatever word you're telling yourself, they better be power. Okay? And anybody coming around you that ain't giving you power, look, it's not that they're demons. They just don't understand. They don't get it yet. And you gotta understand, hopefully one day that they will. Especially if you get it and you try to tell it to them. It's okay if they don't. I just want at least the seed is planted in the brain of perception, controls, reality. You're all powerful. You're everything. It's obvious. It's so obvious. We are so powerful, guys. You cannot be afraid of anything in this reality. You change it up here. Any fear doesn't come for you. You control the fears. You are it. In here. Trust me. Love you guys.